It's time now for the Peter Channel Late Night News. It is late Friday night, June 10th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Late at 11:30 p.m. News and odds on our top 3 at 11:30 p.m. This late Friday night is eulogies for his widows, children, and lifelong friends. Followed messages from religious leaders and very backgrounds and memorial service from Muhammad Ali, who was remembered more as a man than the boxing champion. Park City, Utah. House Speaker Paul Brown urged party unity and built remedies any ideas summited amid a presidential campaign that has been anything but harmonious. The Santa Clara Supreme Court and District Attorney released new documents pertaining to the Buck Turner case on Friday. He still pledged to go on campaign event to the Columbia. 20 delegates to the primary next Tuesday to fight out of until the Democratic National Convention opens in Philadelphia July 25th. As the sun set on a cold June evening, hundreds of Muslims in the Islamic state of Orange County and Garden Grove bitten into dates and sip color rosebud the first taste of food in 16 hours. Kurdish-led fighters completed the Turkmen fighting at Kita held by the Islamic State group in the Northern Syria, part of a Western back offensive that could see a major strategic victory over the militants. Allah Benana and tens of thousands of Palestinians attended prayers to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem Friday, the first day of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. The house, a policeman shot a man with rocks in his hands and was charged to the officer after vandalizing a woman's car outside at Love Field Airport in Dallas on Friday, prompted a temporary shutdown in the parts of the facility, police said. New York, a federal appeals court decision upheld in California restrictions on carrying concealed weapons gives the laws a fourth chance to try to get to the U.S. A small single-engine plane was making an undirected pass at a Houston airport on Thursday when an aircraft apparently went into a spinning crash, killed all 3 people aboard. And an accident investigator said Friday. Mike Albert, Alabama House Speaker, is convicted of 12 felony ethics charges. A Tesla Model S, as Tesla said any suggestion was trying to keep warning from reporting safety problems as preposterous. San Francisco VMware CEO Pat Gelsinger had planned his bid as at a $7 billion maker of virtual storage software. He's backed up in the middle of Texas' largest merger, Dell's $67 billion American today, the storage company EMC. The wealth of Americans reaches a record $88.1 trillion in the first quarter, with a rise in home values offsetting stock market wobbles at the start of the year. McCain's campaign advertisement said 30,000 Arizonans may have no chance for a Affordable Care Act as John McCain claims health care law will have left some people with no choice. Boston, Massachusetts. A balloon released by a young girl in Ottawa with 11 messenger followers traveled about 850 miles Massachusetts. It says, I love Mr. Ethan 525-16 was on Elizabeth. The luminous light pollution events prevents nearly 8% of the people of North America from seeing the Milky Way in the night sky. Scientists are coming to the accident zone based on climate change hopes. The National Ocean Administration forecasted the dead zone of the Gulf and incapable of support marine life will be much the same size as it has been for the past several years. Now, Greenland's capital soared to 75 degrees Thursday, making it the warmest temperature ever recorded in Arctic country during June. Maybe it's a dive trip to the Belize or a cruise to the Caribbean, or maybe you snack tickets to the Summer Olympics in Rio. While waiting for a heart transplant, Stanlock could live 555 days, but had an organ and all to the past by 25 years. The Ipswich, Michigan resident appeared to be a typical young adult. Many healthcare workers do not wash their hands as nearly as often as it should be, but one Detroit hospital may have found a way to improve their hand hygiene. Peter Channel News Hub, 11:33 on this late Friday night, and it is time now for Trevor reporting this late Friday night. Let's start off down in Rhode Island, where looking at an hours and always the ocean state, but 495 at the dark bad side slow after the Mass Pike in Framingham. San Francisco President both ends also after the Mass Pike. Mass Pike on the west bad side, so Logan Airport all the way at the South Boston, 95 to 93 to the south bad side of this, so from Zinc Bridge all the way at the Somerville. 485, and also after Route 9 in Westbury and around Route 20 in Marburg, then hit back again from 111 to Route 2 in Littleton, and 495 southbound side is backed up from Montauk to Tewksbury. Mass Pike on the westbound side of Little, so on the west stretch. I-91 on the northbound side of Little, so on the Chicopee stretch. 93 to the southbound side of Little, so on I-80 down to Concord, New Hampshire. But all the highways and byways of Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine are looking good. Down in New York City, 95 on the southbound side, it is 295 at the north bad side, also the Bronx. 95 at the north bad side, it is so bad. 887 at the Manhattan. 887 at the south bad side, also at Manhattan. FTI Drive at the north bad side, so for Midtown Manhattan, all the way at the Manhattan. West Side Parkway, so for Midtown, all the way at the Lower Manhattan. 278 at the east bad side, also at the Brooklyn Stretch. 678 at the north bad side, so for Route 27, all the way at the Queens. Long Expressway to the west bad side, also to the Queens Stretch. 78 on the west bad side, so for Jersey City, all the way at the Newark. Ice Hall to the west bad side, Slogo. I-80 to the west bad side, so after Route 95. Out in New Jersey turnout's looking good from New York to Delaware. Garden State Park to the north bad side, it is so at Asbury Park, but it's looking good from New York all the way down to Wildwood. How is it both ways to New York? Is looking good. Down in Philadelphia, 95 on the northbound side, it is Slogo from Tookham 10th Strip all the way out to Route 76 in South Philadelphia. And out in Pittsburgh and vicinity, 376 at the east bad side, a little so at Pittsburgh, and 22 at both ends a little so from 376 all the way at the Burger side, just west of Pittsburgh. Down to Maryland and DC. Baltimore, Harbor Tunnel, it's Slogo. 295 in the northbound side, Lewis around Route 95 in South Baltimore. 95 in the northbound side, so from Woodbridge to Springfield. Virginia, Route 4 westbound side, also around the southeastern Washington, D.C., around Lago, Maryland. But highways and byways in Washington, D.C. are looking at some of the capital boatway westbound side, also to Bethesda. And 29 in the northbound side, also around Route 97 down in Clarksville, Maryland. And 90 on the southbound side, also around 290 in Chicago, 290 both ends, also around Naperville to Chicago. I-80 in the eastbound side, also around Indiana. 96 at 75 and northbound, southbound side, also around Auburn Hills, Michigan, just headed towards Detroit. 75 in the northbound side, also in southeast Michigan, headed towards Detroit. 71 on the northbound side, also around the Cincinnati area. 79 in the eastbound side, also around the St. Louis city limits, and 65 on the southbound side. 69 in the southbound side, also before 465 in Indianapolis and Indianapolis Beltway, 465, it's so between 65 and 69. And 285 on the southbound side, also around Route 20 in Atlanta, and 85 on the southbound side, also, and 75 on the southbound side, also headed towards south of Atlanta. And Route 40 on the northbound side, also around Tampa, Florida, and I-85 on the southbound side, also in Charlotte, North Carolina, and 640 on the eastbound side, did it so east of Richmond, and I-30 on the westbound side, did it so between Fort Worth and Dallas, and Route 45 on the southbound side, did it so for the Houston stretch. Alright, MBTA alert time at 11:38. Thursday out looking good. On the subway, civil and expo space minor laser disabled bus and civil and expo space minor laser truck. And on the rail, Whistle Line train 534, 9:35 p.m. from Worcester is operated 10-15 minutes beyond skills between Wolseley Farms Station and South Station. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Chelduzab is out 11:38 p.m. on this late Friday night. It is time now for a weather report. For the night, podcast skies will low about 45 degrees, light south wind to the southwest. Saturday, sunshine for 3 p.m. Increased skies about 71 degrees, light southwest with increase at a 5 to 10 miles wind in the morning. Wind skies side 20 miles at a temperature 20%. Saturday through the night, chance of showers and tests available before 3 a.m. Some stores produce small against winds. Patch back before 10 p.m. Then patch back up to midnight. Otherwise, most skies go to about 59 degrees, southwest about 5 miles an hour. Chance of 30%. New rain for about less than 10 minutes. Check out about possible thunderstorms. Sunday, Sunday podcast about 66 by 53 degrees. Westbound at 9 to 14 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 31 miles an hour. For Monday, most of the podcast come at 71 about 55 degrees. Tuesday, Sunday, most coasts come at 67 about 56 degrees. Wednesday, Sunday, most coasts come at 80 about 57 degrees. Thursday, most of the podcasts come at 70 about 57 degrees. And for Friday, most sides come at 75 degrees. Currently not near its first skies. It is 56 humidity of 36%, 13 degrees Celsius. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel. Late night news. It is late Friday at June 10, 2016. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more report. Good night.